some of the first time that some of these players have gone to Anfield and witnessed the atmosphere. So he was trying to prepare them for it. So if he won, I think there would have been a bit of a different narrative. But
the ginger kid in the comments says also it's for when you small teams like yourself, he's obviously a Liverpool fan, come to Anfield. When you hear a bit of noise, you'll buckle. That's what the intention of his words are. They give us a break, bro. You know what I mean? The atmosphere at Anfield's great, but listen, there's stadiums that Arsenal go to.
Arsenal Lons was rocking. So.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, exactly. You went to Lons. That was a way better atmosphere than what you'd hear at Anfield. I ain't even joking, right? So this is unusual. Why we're trying to say this is unusual for Jurgen Klopp to say this, because normally that's a given that the atmosphere is great at Anfield. Why is the atmosphere? Why is it a problem now?
I don't know. We expected from City. We saw obviously City. We've seen Pep do this many a times, saying we need a loud, bigger atmosphere, and he's tried to rally his boys and girls, the fans, to be loud. But it is unusual from a manager like Klopp, especially. It's unusual as Anfield. It's known for this raucous atmosphere and how loud they can be. And plus, with the new stand being opened, the last thing I thought I would have seen in the press this week was Klopp asking for fans to be loud. And if you're not fit enough, give up your ticket.
I mean, you know what? It's got some Liverpool fans rattled in the comments there. This guy, Markham, he says, Arsenal can't fool them Anfield shoes. Well, exactly. I don't know what you're talking about, because the Emirates is bigger than Anfield. Yeah, right. Even with your extension.
Right.
So,
it's a great point.
Chill. I mean,
relax.
Chill. It's bigger than Anfield. All right. What's gone wrong with the atmosphere?
And let's make it very clear.
Here's your famous atmosphere.
Let's make it clear. The Arsenal fans are very, very loud. I remember when was there, Rob, the feeding last season? I know we drew in the end, but that first half, we were definitely louder than the Liverpool fans until obviously that moment, but was also on top of them. I couldn't believe what I was seeing from Arsenal, and I am intrigued to see how we approach this game, because I think when I've spoken to many Liverpool fans in build up to this game, they think it's going to be quite open. It's who will outscore who. But it would be interesting if Arteta does go with a tactic where, because I heard Doyle say we can't seem to break down a low block. I'm not saying we're going to be as boring as Man United, but will we see elements of Arteta given a low block? Because
we've seen Mikel Arteta this season away from home is not going gun ho. We're playing our football, but we're not going gun ho. It's a more measured approach. Yep. And I think he'll... But having said that, remember last season, we blew them away for about the first 20...
Unbelievable.
I think in the press conference, somebody said, you played so great for 28 minutes, and Mikel Arteta said, I thought he was only 27. But we were brilliant for that, and then they just came back into it. And you've got to give them a lot of credit. They came back into the game. But Boston here says, Kloppenheimer is scared of Arsenal.
Do they have a right to be scared though? Because if I'm honest, Liverpool have been here before. They've been in title charges against City. They're an established team. They've got good players.
That's why I can't understand all this. It's maybe like some of the people are suggesting in the chat, right? Is that they are a bit nervous about the game. Remember, as I said, and as I made that point to that guy that I was chatting to this morning, we didn't lose to Liverpool last season, right? Normally, Liverpool are used to, serving it up to us, but we didn't, right? Yeah. We were 2-0 up against them at their place, should really have held on and won that, and we beat them at our place, right? And this is a very good Arsenal team. This is a better Arsenal team, I feel, that's coming to Anfield this year than came last year. I mean,
what was the team last year?
The one that came last year was an excellent team. I'll give you the lineup, right? The lineup last year was Ramsdale in goals, Zinchenko, Gabriel, Rob Holding started that game, played full 90, Ben White, and then it was Xhaka, Thomas Partey, Martin Odegaard, Saka, Jesus, and Martinelli, right? And their team was Alisson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson.
Yep. Good
Henderson, Fabinho, Curtis Jones, Salah, Gakpo, Jota, who always scores against us. You could actually argue, this, right? That possibly tomorrow, our team will be stronger than last year.
Yep.
And their team may be slightly weaker. Because if you think about it, there'll be only a couple of changes in our teams. There'll be no Partey because we know he's still injured.
Yeah.
but Declan Rice is in there, and Declan Rice has been excellent this season.
Yep.
And you could argue that sort of defensive duty-wise, he makes us stronger defensively.
Agreed.
And it'd be Raya in goal. Apart from that, it will be... And Havertz will probably come in for Xhaka, but Havertz, as I had to remind a couple of Liverpool fans, has been playing really, really well recently and scoring some really important goals.
Right.
So you could argue that the Arsenal team will be stronger, slightly stronger, because Rob Holding played in that game, and it's going to be Gabriel and Saliba. Saliba didn't play when we played Liverpool last year.
Not even a minute.
And if you look at the Liverpool team, you know, all right, I guess Fabinho was sort of coming to the end, but they still had players like Henderson in there. They had Jota in there, you know, Jota and Salah up front, you know, and they had Konate and Van Dijk. They haven't really been doing that. And they had Robertson, where tomorrow they'll probably have Tsimikas. So they might have a slightly
weaker team. When did Kiwior come
might have
on,
a slightly stronger team.
Or who did he come on for, Kiwior? Because Gabriel, it says Gabriel that he didn't come off, did he? So did he go left? So Kiwior must have went left back, right? Yeah, he must have. I'm sure. Yeah, because he came off. Because Kiwior came on in that game.
Let me see. Kiwior came on.
Yeah, so he would have come on for on for Zinchenko.
But at the end of the day, listen, it's going to be one thing I know about that game. It's a very even game. It's a very hard game to call. You know what I mean? And I've spoken about this on a couple of streams. And guys, make sure you check out the super fan debates. They were brilliant. Me and Troops up against Doyle and Drifty from Coppish. It was absolutely brilliant, right? But I spoke about this, the fact that in years gone by, when we've been going to Anfield, I've been literally, in my hearts of hearts, I'm like, we've got no chance. They're a way better team than us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Firmino, Salah, Mane, you know, they've just had the complete team. They had a brilliant, brilliant team. I'm looking at it now and I'm like, they've still got a brilliant team, but Darwin Núñez is not Firmino. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they're good players, but they're just not as, you know, whereas with us, we've definitely improved as a team.
100%.
We've definitely got a really, really good team. And yeah, I think we've got the tools to hurt them as well.
Do you know what? This is what I find the most fascinating and what really changed my confidence levels. I went on Drifty's show, I went on Coppish last night, and they were saying about potentially that they wouldn't mind or angry if Salah started on the bench because of how he hasn't been in great form. Honestly, Rob, I was so shocked. And then they mentioned about, because I think the game's won in the midfield tomorrow, and they were saying, you know, Trent might go in the midfield because
he's been dropping into the midfield a lot.
Right, but no, they're saying even though he hasn't started for Liverpool in the midfield, he obviously drops in, inverts, but he's saying that Joe Gomez has been really good right back. So this feels like it'd be a bit unfair to just drop him. So they're saying maybe put Trent in that midfield. I'm like, that will then be easier for us, I think, to deal with if you already start him in the midfield. I just think the things they were saying built me with so much confidence when it came to...
Hannah Gray says in the chat, and I think she must be a Liverpool fan, she said, Szoboszlai, Endo and Jones will be our midfield. Jones had a really good game the other night. Now, that's a good midfield, but I'm sorry.
Arsenal's trumps that.
Arsenal's midfield of Declan Rice, Havertz and Martin Odegaard, I think is a better midfield than that. Right, so, you know, Easy says the fear comes from a stronger and stronger mindset from Arsenal, which is self-evident for all to see. Much better team, he's right. Nenandez says Declan Rice will be the game changer on Saturday in this midfield battle. And Earthly Vibe says the Anfield atmosphere is overrated. I've seen better atmosphere in lower divisions in other countries. We just need the team to stay together and to get the job done. We need to finish our chances. Listen, the atmosphere there is good.
We have a caller as well.
We got a caller. Let's see who we got. We got Grizz.
I mean, there's me driving right in Chingford Enfield sides, yeah?
Yeah.
And I get a WhatsApp from Cecil saying, yeah, we want the smoke. We want to be involved in your business. And I'm like, I'm minding my own business in East London. I'm thinking, leave it, innit, guys? Leave it.
Your manager's running scared, Grizz, man.
I don't know if he's running scared or what it is, man, but you lot are running. The only people that are running is you lot running off your mouth.
No, we're not running off our mouth. Listen, no, Grizz, hold on. We're not running off our mouth, right? We're just a bit surprised, right? It's normally the atmosphere at Anfield under the lights is a given. Why is Klopp now having to like rally the troops? Guys, get ready for war, man. You know what I mean? Arsenal are coming to town.
Give your ticket away if
is
you're
he a
not
bit
fit.
scared? That's a bit weird.
All right, so this is the deal. First and foremost, as usual, people didn't hear the rest of the part. So he was only talking about the section behind him, which is the prawn sandwiches section, which is the hospitality section.
So did he state that? Did he state that? Hold on, wait a minute.
Yes,
did he state that?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Secondly, he's right. He's right, because you guys came and punched us up in that first half last season. So he's still feeling those punches. So he's every right to say, yo, I need every bit of help we can this time round. So I don't think it's crazy what he said. No, he's not scared. He's respectful, because you guys are a good team. There's a difference between being scared and being respectful and knowing that we're not quite that team yet. So, you know, every team that's been smashing you for the last 6-7 years, we're not that team. We're a new team now. So we got to use everything in our power, and the power of Anfield. As much as randoms like saying no, there's nothing to it, everyone in the game knows the power of Anfield is huge. So to beat you, because you're a top team now, we need to call on everything. That's what. Listen, your manager does it, Pep does it, Fergie used to do it, everyone does it. All the big dogs do it, man. It's just, I mean, it is what it is, man. We're not scared, but I absolutely should be respectful, and they should be respectful.
How are you feeling about the game tomorrow? I mean, it's a massive game. Huge game. Whoever wins it probably top the league for Christmas. You nervous?
Would you take a draw now, Chris?
Yeah. You know that Danny Dyer. You know that Danny Dyer meme when he's driving around and saying, "I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit nervous." Like, like this is it. Like, I'm proper nervous. I'm driving through the ends, right? So this is where I grew up, Walthamstow, Leighton, Chingford. Yeah. Right? I come to see family, and then the AFTV family are ringing me up and saying, you know what I mean? Like, what's going on here?
I had to get you on. Had to get you on. Would you take a draw now, Grizz?
That's a great question, Cecil, but no.
Oh.
If it was at Emirates, yes.
Yeah.
But Anfield, no. Look, last season, you guys were the only ones that played us off the pot. Well, yeah. Actually, quite a few teams played us off the pot last season, but you guys were superb in that first half.
Yeah.
Absolutely superb. And it's going to stay in our memories, man, where, yeah, you're right. There is a few Liverpool fans, rightly so, a little bit shook of this. Like, because you are good, and we're not that team yet. But there's nothing to be scared about, and I'm not taking a point, no. We're going for the kill. Would you take a point?
We were so... Oh.
I do the questions around here, bro.
I'm going to be 100% honest,
I wouldn't,
right?
But I think...
I'm going to be 100% honest. I said the other day that I would take a point.
I wouldn't.
I would take a point. Because I know that, you know, despite all what I'm saying, right, it's such a difficult place to go to and get 3 points. I mean, you haven't lost there in, what was the last time you lost there? I mean, it's a fortress. It's an absolute fortress. But I do feel if we go there and say we were to get another 2-0 lead like last year, I think this team now is equipped to hold on to that lead. I don't think we'd throw it away. I think with players like Declan Rice, we're a better team. And that was kind of the thing I was going to ask you. Do you think that this is going to be a game that's going to be won in that midfield battle? Because we're all wondering what Liverpool are going to do in the midfield. You know, would it be Trent joining in the midfield? Will they sort of, you know, what's the signal? Curtis Jones come in? Will, you know, because I think we certainly know what we're going to do in our midfield. It's going to be Declan Rice, Odegaard, Havertz.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, Declan Rice, there's no point being delusional or just for the sake of tribalism. He's a bad boy signing. That you paid big dollar for big player. Big dollars get you big players. So he's a pivotal player for you guys.
You know what? He's kind of, you know, like...
He's your game check.
Yeah, sorry to cut into you, Grizz. You know what it is? When you say that, it kind of reminds me of when you lot bought Van Dijk. Yeah. Where you paid big money for him, but everybody knew straight away. They were like, that's worth it.
Transformative signing.
Game changer.
Yeah.
I was coming there. Yeah, I was coming there. This could be your Virgil van Dijk signing where he gets you over the line. And that's why I agree with you. If you take a 2-0 lead tomorrow, it's finished. It's finished. We can't afford to go 2 goals behind against you guys with this team. I think you're a far more controlled team now. I think you're less chaotic. You're very much like us. I'm sorry to make it about us, but it's true. There's similarities.
Yeah.
The Martinelli, Saka, that's Mane and Salah right there.
Yeah,
Gabriel Jesus, that's Bobby Firmino right there. Your Declan Rice is our prime Fabinho right there.
Yeah.
Saliba, baby Virgil, I heard people calling him. So there's a lot of similarities there, man. Even Arteta, yo, check this. Even Arteta's becoming as annoying as Klopp. Like, there's a lot of similarities there.
Yeah.
Am I right?
I hear that.
Arteta's
We weren't
annoying
complaining about the 12 o'clock kickoffs, but yeah, you're right.
That's
I hear
a great
that.
point.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
great
true.
point.
No, you will. Listen, you're not ready for them there. They're not putting you lot ain't got the limelight or the person or the aura to be on the main screens yet. So when you do, you'll complain as well.
We'll
tomorrow the midfield's going to be vital, man. We know that. But
What do you think your midfield will be?
our midfield's new guys.
What do you think you'll go with?
I think it's going to be Endo, Jones, and Szoboszlai,
Endo Jones.
which is not as experienced as teams that have gone in the past, like Fabinho, the Hendersons, the Genies. You guys knew what you're going to get. We knew what we're going to get. Everyone knew what we're going to get. It's not the same, but I'm excited, but there's definitely nerves. I'm not going to lie. There's nerves. But that's what big games are about. You've got to have nerves.
Exactly, it's going to be a big showdown. Listen, Grizz, just before you go, we want to bring someone else in who's a Liverpool fan, and he comes with a bit of a different energy. But yeah, I want to get both your predictions. But this is FJ, a big Liverpool fan as well.
FJ, man.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, FJ, man.
Hope you guys are doing well.
I'm good, man. How are you?
How are you feeling for this game?
Before this game, this is a friendly. I'm not worried about this game at all. Last week, Man United kind of hurt me. This week, tomorrow. Hey, 3 points. Are you serious?
All right, listen, FJ.
Is that how you're carrying on?
No, wait.
Friendly.
FJ, stop, chill out. Grizz, I know you can't keep me for too long, so let me just get your score prediction, Grizz, and then we'll come to FJ and I'll let you leave. But we'll give me your score prediction because you said you want to take a draw just before we get into FJ.
My heart says 4-0.
Whoa.
What did he say?
Yeah, he said my heart says 4-0. Okay, so you're not thinking. So what's your head say?
So my head's saying 2-1.
Arsenal.
To who?
2-1. You mean get out of here, man. Speak soon.
Nice one, Grizz.
Love
Thank you,
Grizz.
man.
2-1 to Liverpool.
Yeah, we'll
Take care,
see.
man.
See you guys.
Love
Speak
Grizz.
soon.
Love Grizz.
Bless up, Grizz.
All right, FJ.
Yeah, you're taking it.
Training, man.
Listen to the energy this man's come on it. What do you say? You think tomorrow's a friendly?
This is a friendly. This is the easy. Last year was a little. Tomorrow.
What? Like last week was a friendly against Man United.
Last week was a little. It was a little.
No. It was last week a friendly against Man United.
Last week was a weird one. It was a very, very, very weird game. But playing Man United and playing Arsenal at Anfield is totally different.
In what way?
Yeah, we're better. We're a lot better.
We're a lot better.
Hold on. Olympics 2012. Oh. Obama re-election. Oh. Mertesacker. Oh. Jorginho. Oh.
Yeah, but that's the difference. No, but hold on. All right, yeah. I know what you're trying.
Yeah,
you're right.
Arsenal beat Liverpool at Anfield.
You're right, correct.
When Mertesacker was at Arsenal. Now, long ago that was.
Yeah, long time, man. Long time, and these records are made to be broken. And we came up there last year, right? And we nearly did it. We were 2-0 up, right? And
What?
you know,
Nearly.
we nearly did
your
it.
energy
We were 2-0
changed
up.
as well. Don't do that. When I saw you after the game, your energy was not the same.
Yeah, you were nervous, bro. I remember before the game last year. Before the game last year, you were gassed up as well. And then I saw you after the game, man. You looked like a relieved man.
Yeah, you're hiding.
We should have won that.
We could have won it. Yeah, but we also had a
that
chance
last
right at the end
pass,
as well.
yeah,
we could have nicked it as well.
Martinelli.
This is crazy. Now you guys got a new keeper. You got a centre mid. You got 100 million DM.
That's what you need. That's what you need. That's what you're missing. That's what you're missing. That's where you're dead. In that midfield where we're going to boss you tomorrow. Am I wrong?
You know what you're missing?
What?
A quality player like Mo Salah.
We got Bukayo Saka, man.
Saka.
We got Saka, man.
We got
With his new
Saka.
hair. With his new hair.
We got Saka. Listen, let me tell you something, yeah? Right? Let me just first of all remind you that last season you didn't beat us. You played us twice. You didn't beat us. Yes, I acknowledge, right, that Anfield is a fortress. But if it's such a fortress, why is your manager pleading with people like you to raise your voices? Be loud. Get behind the team. Leave your tickets. Leave your tickets at home. Why is I've never heard this before. I never heard Klopp say this before. I never heard Kenny Dalglish say this. I never heard Gerard Houllier say this, right?
Mind games.
I never heard, right, all the great managers in the past. And now the man's having to plead with you, look, please. Please, man.
You are, though. Your manager's begging for people to be loud.
Wait, let me tell you something here. I hope you guys are not bringing Zinchenko to do the because Salah is going to destroy that side of the pitch.
Well, Tsimikas will get destroyed as well.
True.
Who?
What about Tsimikas?
Oh, Saka's finished. Saka's finished.
What do you mean Saka's finished? Look at his numbers this season.
Brother, his numbers.
Have you not seen his numbers this season? Have you seen his numbers this season?
I think he's on 5 goals, 6 assists.
A lot of your fans have been saying that Salah hasn't even been playing well.
Yeah, it's true.
Hey, listen, bro, and let me remind you, yeah, you conceded 3 goals at home against Fulham. Yeah? And you're dissing our attack.
Martinelli. Wait, he's still in last season.
You love Martinelli. You love
Jesus. Gabriel Jesus. You're all fit, bro. Everyone's fit for tomorrow. No one's injured at the moment. Declan Rice.
Robbie, please.
Saliba.
Last year when we come up there, Rob Holding was playing. This year, Saliba.
Captain Van Dijk is going to show Saliba how to play football.
Well, last week when he said Barlin.
Oh my God.
Last week after the game, he said crying about, yeah, boy, man.
Declan Rice only won one. Only once against Liverpool his whole career. You think he's going to come and do something to Anfield?
FJ, do you know what Trossard did to you lot? He scored a hat-trick. Do you know what Trossard? Do you remember that? He's going to be on our bench. Huh?
You're lucky Jota is not fully fit.
That's true. I rate Jota. He always
Jota.
scores against us.
Yeah,
but Saliba is fit. Declan Rice is fit. Jesus is fit. Havertz.
I don't think Raya
Kai Havertz
is ready for Anfield.
Kai Havertz.
Who's that? What? The centre middle striker. Who's that? Centre middle striker.
Centre mid. Kai Havertz.
Oh, Havertz is the centre mid now.
Yeah.
At Liverpool, he was a striker. At Chelsea, he was a striker.
Versatile.
Now he's the centre mid.
Versatile. Just a bit like with you guys with Gakpo, where you play him in various positions.
Just quick,
Robbie, Salah's got 9 goals against Arsenal.
Yeah, no, he's got a great record.
Hold on, wait, let me write it down.
I respect him.
10 goals. He's scoring to tomorrow 100% and 3 points are coming to Anfield. And we're going to finish the top of the league.
Oh, he got cut off.
Oh, no, he's there.
He's still there. How you doing? Sorry, we missed that last part. You said you're going to finish.
So Salah is going to score tomorrow, make it 10 goals against Arsenal officially, and we're going to finish at the top of the league again on Christmas. And you know what they say for the team that finished at the top of the league on Christmas? You know what they say?
Well, let me tell you. No, let me give you you give me yours. I'm going to give you mine. Declan Rice is going to boss up the midfield. Saliba's going to boss up the defence, right? We're going to win 2-1, and Kai Havertz.
Yeah, Kai
Havertz are going to score again.
4 goals.
And you're going to get shocked, Bridget. You wait.
You watch.
Yeah, you wait.
Yeah,
Mary.
Yeah, Havertz, the man has got 4 goals. So Bozai, what's he got? I think it's 2. So let's just put some respect when we're talking about your amazing signing, the Szoboszlai. Oh my God, is it the Hungarian Gerard? All this madness. Chill out. Havertz has more goals than him in the league.
Hungarian Gerard.
That's what they'll say.
More like the hungry Gerard.
Don't let him shoot.
Yeah, he needs some more goals. So relax.
Don't let him shoot. Wait, who's starting right back tomorrow?
Huh?
Who's starting right back tomorrow?
Ben White.
Oh, Diaz, get ready. Get your shit.
Let me tell you something, yeah? Let me tell you something. You see tomorrow, yeah? You see tomorrow, if Trent keeps dropping into midfield and you leave those flanks exposed, brethren.
It's long.
You're in for a long day.
Team Trent for the Preds. Have you seen Trent with the Preds on? The Predator is a different player.
He didn't even wear them in the last game, taking them off.
Trent is a
foot
different
up on him now.
I just can't wait for tomorrow.
His feet are burning him.
What's going to be?
I can't wait till tomorrow. Are you going to be there?
He's going to be there. He's going to be there.
You there?
He's up there. He's up there.
Up there?
Yeah, he's there.
All right, after the game, yeah, make sure you come check us, win or lose.
Tell me the score. What the score's going to be tomorrow?
I'm going 2-1 Arsenal.
3-2 Arsenal.
What are you looking like that for? That's how you was. And I'm remembering now. You were like this last year. You were like this last year, and then last year you were missing last year.
Missing?
You were missing last year, man. I remember afterwards we were looking for you, missing in action.
All jokes aside, this game tomorrow is going to be amazing. The only thing about it, I just don't know how Klopp's going to approach it. I don't know if he's going to go with Nunes. Nunes will give you guys a little headache, but I don't know. He's going to go with Nunes. The midfield three is very, very important. I don't know if he's going to go with Endo, so Bosley, and the last person is going to be very... I like Gravenberg. He carries the ball.
He's injured, Gravenberg.
Yeah, he ain't going to be available.
Yeah. So it's going to be Jones for me. And Jones on the ball, beautiful carry on. So tomorrow's going to be a big game. But I don't think you guys... Hold on, wait, let me say that again. I don't think you guys are ready for Anfield. You guys are not ready for Anfield.
I don't think you're ready for Anfield, and that's why your manager's telling you to be loud.
Tell him again.
When you go home you go home tonight, don't bother singing no Christmas carols. Practice singing some Liverpool songs, yeah? Because your manager is going to need them. You need it all tomorrow.
Go on, Robbie. Tell this possible.
I'll see you tomorrow, man. Looking forward to seeing you at the game, man. All right, bless you, man. Merry Christmas, man. I love his energy, man. I remember him last year. He was the same.
Same thing.
He was the same before the game, man. And then after the game, remember we did actually see him. I think he was.
But he didn't have the energy though. He didn't have the energy.
I think he was, to be fair to him. I think after the game he was doing some interviews and that. But before the game, bro, oh my God. Listen, we got another caller. I think we've got Stephen. How you doing, Stephen?
Yes, guys. Yeah, solid. How you guys doing? Yeah,
good, man. You see that energy that the Liverpool fans are bringing?
Honestly, I don't know where you found this guy from, but I'm going to bring some reality to his delusion because I don't know what team he has been watching over the last few weeks. I'm telling you now, clean sheet. They're not scoring a goal against us tomorrow.
That's a big statement.
I'd be surprised with that, to be fair.
That's a big statement.
Honestly.
I hope you're right, bro, but, Anfield is a place to...
But Saliba is back, though. I'm not... It's a big...
I hope you're right, man. Listen, I'm hoping that I'm wrong. But I have to give it to Liverpool. At Anfield, they are strong, man. They are. But then having said that, I'm saying that, what was the score last week? It was a clean sheet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's a matter of, you know what, it is so important when you go to Anfield to defend properly. Everybody always talks about how we're going to attack Liverpool, but I think tomorrow defending is going to be even more important because I do think we'll get chances. Liverpool are the sort of side that they're not going to do what United did last week. They're not going to sit in low blocks and stuff like that. They're going to come, anytime they play at Anfield, they're looking to win the game. So it's really important that Arsenal defend really, really well. That is actually what Manchester United did last week. They just didn't do anything else apart from that. But if you really check that game last week, Manchester United defended really well. They didn't give, everything was long range from Liverpool. And I think Arsenal are going to have to be kind of similar in that defence is going to have to be tight. And then if we win that ball now, get it up to Saka, get it up to Martinelli, get it up to Jesus, they can hurt that Liverpool defence.
Respectfully, I actually think you're underestimating just how much better Arsenal's midfield is than Liverpool's currently. So I have a father who's a Liverpool fan, and so unfortunately I've had to endure watching quite a lot of their games this season alongside ours. And I'm telling you this now, aside from Szoboszlai, they haven't got a midfield player that can hang with what we have to offer. The reason United had to do what they did against Liverpool was because they were never winning that midfield battle. They didn't have anybody in there who could transition the ball from the back into midfield up to the attacking players. We've got minimum 2 players that can do that. And I just think that, yes, I agree with you, defensively we're going to have to be solid. And I think that whereas last year we got out the traps quickly, took the game to them, got a few early goals, and then for the rest of the game, we sort of soaked up pressure. I think we're going to see a similar performance in this game to what we saw against City, where it's going to be measured. It's going to be periods of us maintaining the ball. and creating chances. But when you look at Liverpool's midfield, Endo can't get a tackle in. It's awful at ball retention, can't win the ball. Curtis Jones, too in and out of form. Same with Gravenberch, who said is injured.
Yeah.
Szoboszlai is the only guy in that midfield who I think can actually physically cope with what we're going to bring tomorrow. And I think tomorrow is where you're going to see the difference between a very good player in Szoboszlai and a world-class player in Declan Rice. And I think he's going to come through for us.
But Stephen, if Trent inverts and links the play from defence to attack to get it to the likes of Salah and that, then is that not the problem? Because I hear what you're saying. I think in the midfield, listen to you speak, Stephen, by the way, there's a lot of sense in that, because the midfield is where if we win that battle, there's no link. But if Trent does invert, that does add to their midfield.
The issue, though, is if Trent inverts from right back to midfield, as we saw last year we played the Emirates, Martinelli has got that whole left-hand side to wait for the ball over the top, to wait for the ball around the corner, and I think we can hurt them. If Klopp decides to go with Gomez at right back and move Trent into midfield, I also think it plays into our hands as well, because I don't know if you've noticed, there's a reason that Trent doesn't play as a starting centre mid in any of the big games this season, because it's still a new position for him. And I don't think that tactically he is aware enough of what's going on around him to be able to cope with that, especially in a game like tomorrow where Rice is going to be on him, Jorginho is going to be on him, Havertz is going to be on him. He's not going to have the time to pick out the passes, I think, that he normally would. And I think, for me, that is where the game is won and lost. If Trent comes into midfield and we can stop the supply into Salah in particular, because I think what you said is right, Salah against Zinchenko is an obvious mismatch, and we're going to need to make sure that side of the pitch is locked down. If we stop the supply into Salah, I don't see where else Liverpool can hurt us. Luis Diaz is bang out of form. I don't care what any Liverpool fans want to say about Ben White.
I agree.
Luis Diaz has got nothing. Absolutely nothing. If Jota was starting, different problem. But Diaz, I think, is poor. I think Núñez, honestly, I don't think that Saliba and Gabriel will have an easier game this season than up against him, because they love the physical battle. They're quick enough that they can cover those runs in behind. I just don't, apart from the right-hand side, I don't see where they can hurt us. But on the flip side, you could list off the number of areas where we can hurt them. Saka on the right, I think, is going to have Tsimikas in a spliff. I think that Jesus is going to body Virgil van Dijk. I think that Van Dijk's complaining last week, I think, is going to come back to haunt him. And yeah, honestly, if I was Arsenal going into this game, and I think this is the first time Arteta can honestly say, I think we're favourites. And I think Arteta will go into this match thinking, we're not coming here just to, soak up a bit of pressure and hope to nick a win. I think he's going there telling the players, look, we're the better team here, and we look what we did to them last year. We're coming here and we're going to beat them. Now, I've never been more confident.
Wow. All right, well, listen, thank you very much, Stephen, man.
Pleasure.
You fill me with a bit of confidence as well. But then also, I keep thinking to myself, boy, but slow down in there. Stephen, thank you very much, man.
Score prediction, Stephen. Sorry, before you go. Because you sound very confident, and he said no conceding goals.
2-0, minimum.
2-0. It's a very Merry Christmas, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve.
Got a super chat that's coming from Grasspatch. He says, I think that we can go there and be the superior team and still lose. Villa Park was a prime example. We need to take our chances, otherwise we could be in trouble. I'm worried about Raya flapping at crosses.
He makes a good point.
Yeah, we played well at Villa and we still lost, and the main reason was conceding that early goal. We've got to defend well. We've got to defend well because Liverpool, they can open you up.
Yeah, they say their difference is Alisson. They can win them games from just being how good he is in goal. I still think our difference is Saliba. I know people go to Declan Rice. Of course, that is a big addition. The game can be won in the midfield, but not having Saliba last year, I think, clear was a difference to what we got this season. So yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. There's a guy in the chat saying for the last guy I was talking, clip it, please.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be clipping it and he will be running it back on him. But who knows? Have we got another caller there? We do?
Yeah, you're not going to get my confidence like the guy before, to be honest.
Sorry, what was your name? Sorry, what was your name?
Nick.
Nick, how you doing?
Yeah.
Love it. Too.
You're not as confident. Well, tell us, how are you feeling about the game?
Don't get me wrong, I'm probably more confident than I was last year, just because at the point of the season we're going into. I think last season we hyped it up as this big thing. If Arsenal conquered Anfield, like, we'd win the league. So then when we lost that 2-0 lead and we got the 2-2 draw, I think it was detrimental for us. But I think this year, I don't think we're going to go all guns blazing, to be honest. I think we're going to be more tentative, to be honest.
I do as well.
Because look at the games we've won this year, the 1-0s, the 2-0s, most clean sheets in the league. I think our best performances have come from when we sat back and, like, not sat back, but sat tight. Look at the game at home against Man City, same type of thing. But it's touch and go again. I think everyone's talking about the midfield battle. Like, everyone's on Kai Havertz's back. What about Dominic Szoboszlai? Like you said, 2 goals. Dominic's SpongeBob. That's what I'm calling him lately. You know what I mean?
But the thing is about it, right? I'm glad that there's a lot of their fans sleeping on Havertz, because Havertz has been very good. And what he's been doing that thing where he arrives in the box late and gets those little goals. And I think he's going to be a very important player tomorrow. And then his work off the ball has been one of the things that's really, really impressed me, how hard he works for the team off the ball. And he's very, very important tomorrow. And the other point that you made, where I'm with you on this, is when you say about how we're going to approach the game. I do also believe that we would approach that game a bit like what we did against Man City, which was we really respected the opponent in front of us. We were a bit more conservative in our play. And when the chance came, we took it. And I feel that is the right way to approach this game as well. So how many years have I seen us go to Anfield, we go gun-ho and we lose the game? So defending and, suffering a lot in the game is going to be very important. But it's how you come through that.
But we have to control the crowd, though, because I think if you're going tight and you try and keep professional, the Liverpool fans and players build into the game. So I feel like you have to kill them quickly, but then manage it.
But you know what? Great teams, that's what they do. Great teams can go to places with massive atmospheres and they can just sort of just take the wind out of that game. Just take it, that's what we didn't do.
Exactly.
Well,
we did. But
the funny thing is at Villa Park, we did take we did take the steam out of the fans a bit, but because they were 1-0 up, they always had that, that advantage, and we should really have got back in that game. Against Newcastle was the same thing, but those are 2 examples of places that we've been to, the difficult places to go to this season, and we haven't won. We need to get over the line in one of these.
Nick, you just quickly as well. You said last season it felt like everyone built this up to the game that decides who wins the title. So you're saying obviously this season's different. I know it's Christmas, it's early, you can't say it. But if we bossed Liverpool at Anfield, say tomorrow, would you be a fan that's starting to believe that this will definitely be our season after what we saw last season, or you still think we've got to beat City away and whatnot, or are you thinking this could be a telling sign?
I think the situation that's different to last year is that it was just Anfield, where now it's Anfield, but it's also a top of the table clash. I think we're kind of forgetting that as well. It can be a title decider, but again, it's so early on. We've still got Etihad away. We've still got Spurs away. We've still got some very, very hard games later on in the season. That will be our Liverpool last year, if you know what I'm trying to say.
That makes sense.
But honestly, on paper, every time I've watched Liverpool this season, I don't see impressed by them. They got away against Crystal Palace recently. I remember that game away at Wolves, they struggled. Even at home to Everton.
Remember the Luton game? Just about, you are right. They've had so many games where they've just about gotten away with it, but
it's Anfield.
If we could go there and we could win, it'd be a big marker. It'd be a big marker. Give us your prediction, Nick.
I reckon it's going to be a 1-0. I'm going to say 1-0 Arsenal. I'm always going to back the Gunners, but I'm hoping for a Gabriel Jesus good performance, to be honest, because I think he gets a lot of undeserved hate even 100%. Recently. That game against Brighton, I feel like he's not getting enough flowers for that performance. His touches, for a number 9,
unbelievable to watch.
I think the best in the Premier League. Yeah, he's unbelievable. And we always talk about Ivan Toney this. I'd love an Ivan Toney. I think in a game like this, he'd be great. Physical up against Van Dijk, but even an 80 million price tag on Ivan Toney for me, it's we're disregarding the striker we brought in last season, who was so good at the start of the season. Yeah. We forget he got injured. We forget he scored the goal at Anfield, the first one. Yeah. The second one, sorry.
And I think he's going to have a big part to play tomorrow as well. Yeah. Because I do think he's playing really well at the moment. But listen, Nick, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's a pleasure,
Appreciate your call, man. Always a pleasure, man. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Some very, very good points made there by Nick. He's bit of confidence, but he's still saying that, you know, it's going to be a tough game.
1-0 though.
Me and you are going to be at the game
Yeah,
tomorrow.
we'll be there.
We were there last year. It was heartbreaking, and it going 2-0 up and then ended up. It felt like a loss.
It did. With the jubilation we were celebrating.
Yeah, it felt like you come out of
half, it was
Anfield, you're
unbelievable.
like, oh man, we were just moments away from a huge victory. But
He did remind me though. Liverpool weren't the Liverpool that they are now though. Last season, even they were struggling. I know it's Anfield. They
were struggling.
But now it is a top of the table clash. It is. It's bigger. It is a bigger
also
game.
the great point that he makes is that you analyse a lot of Liverpool's
it's
performances
true. They haven't
this
been
year.
great.
They've not been. I know people have even levelled that at us, but I think it's more been the style of play has been different with Arsenal. But we have not really been dominated by any team. You know the game where I feel Arsenal played the worst this season was against Chelsea.
Yeah.
When we went there, right?
2-0 down and
But
then,
to me, other games we played all right. But you look at some of the games like when Liverpool played against Wolves, like he said, they really got away with that one. They really got away with it at Luton as well, didn't
Yeah,
they?
big
Remember?
time. Big time.
And I mean, all right, people might say that we got away with it a bit at Luton, but we did win the game. They drew
They
that
drew,
game.
yeah.
They got away with it at Fulham by scoring some world-class goals that got them over the line. But their general play weren't good. And then again last week, in the big game against Manchester United,
They couldn't get
they
it
didn't
done.
play
Yeah.
well. I don't care what anyone says. I know United come and they put the low block on, but it wasn't a good performance.
They're gonna
by
need a
Liverpool.
big one. If they're gonna compete with us, and I'm getting in my bag now, confidence chest. They're gonna have to play a lot better than what they've been doing because
But
we are. A
the
better
one
team.
thing they always have is Anfield,
It's
and is
Anfield, that's
that
it.
why Klopp is talking it up so much?
He needs it.
and saying, right, listen, we need Anfield
yeah.
because, you know, this is going to be such a tough game. KLFC reminding us that we lost to Villa and Newcastle. Yes, we did lose to Villa and Newcastle. Blue Bear says, Arsenal going to get humbled at Anfield. They're triggered. They're triggered.
They are. We'll see anyway. I'm confident. I know we've got many callers as well waiting in the back.
Well, let's get some more
Let's get
callers
some
on.
Callers in. Hi Ron, you okay?
Yeah, hi guys, how you doing?
Very well. How are you feeling ahead of this game? It's a big game, top of the table clash. It is the who goes top at Christmas can be decided here. We'll leave Villa to the side for now, but how are you feeling ahead of this game?
Yes, it's a very big game. It's back to the old times when Liverpool and us were together and fighting for things. But I've been there in '89 when, you know, we had to win, and we did win.
Yeah.
I was there in '71 at the Cup final at Wembley, and we beat them then.
Yeah.
And that when we were playing, it didn't look like we were going to. We sort of gave away a goal. But I think when we need to do it against Liverpool, we can. We're capable, and we have frequently done it. Not always, but I think this is very important, and I think we'll do it.
The only thing about that,
The one thing I worry
the only thing about the
is-
examples you just used, Ron, is that they were a very long time ago, right?
Yeah.
No disrespect.
things
And we need it now. We need to start beating these
need
guys
it
now.
Yeah.
But the things I worry about are, there's two things that I worry about. Well, three things from last year. The one thing that we don't have now, we don't have Shaka, who's going to kick someone and make the crowd go mad, which would drive them on. So if we can pin them back like we did last time, and keep doing it, we've got a good chance of winning. We need to be able to score, though. That's the big thing. If we can put the ball away, then, you know, we've got a good chance of winning. And the one thing I worry about...
Oh, he'll be back. No, he should be able to jump
We
back
lose
in.
him. Hopefully he comes back.
Let's hope the camera pops back in. Oh,
we lost
might
Ron.
lose-
We lost Ron.
It's a
All
shame.
right, let's see if we can get someone else up.
If Ron is there and comes
But
back,
some
we'll
great
get him.
points made by Ron. Some great points made by him. And listen, like he said, he was there
89.
back in the day when, you know,
Michael
he was
Thomas,
right.
yeah.
It used to be us and Liverpool going at it. And, you know, you look at 89, we had to win that game by 2 clear goals. And we did it.
Yeah, let's see if it's Ron back there. Hello, Ron.
Sorry,
I'm
Ron,
back, yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah, the
last
things
point
that
he was
I'm
making.
worried about are the goalkeeper, obviously. We're all a bit concerned whether he's capable of getting the ball in the air. This is the problem. He might be capable of finding a player. He does very well in that respect, but actually,
Yeah, carry on.
Carry on, Ron. We still got you.
Ron, you there?
Oh, we lost him. All right, let's get another caller up. But we get the points that Ron was making. Some good points there. And you know what, the goalkeeper thing, I'm with Ron on that, man.
Small
David
margins.
Raya has to put in a great performance.
Small margins.
Aaron Ramsdale last year was brilliant in the game.
Rob,
Remember that
Robbie
save he made?
Probably saved us.
Yeah, he was absolutely
the Salah
brilliant.
one.
So,
oh my days.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So Raya, he's going to have to be on it. But, recently in recent games, he's been okay.
He's been okay, but yeah.
Not really had a lot to do, but
Yeah,
maybe that's
exactly.
been a good thing. He's just gone under the radar a bit. Let's get our next caller up. How you doing?
How are you?
Hiya, how you doing?
Who've we got?
Well, Arsenal Man is the title, but Eden's my name.
Good to
I'm
meet
a
him.
massive Arsenal fan, and do you know what? I just want to see Kai Havertz go to Anfield and score a screamer and do a sweet in the corner. I want madness, because this year we actually must this year.
Yeah.
Don't you think the Liverpool fans, right, are sleeping on Kai Havertz? If you actually, none of them are talking about him, right? I remember we did a super fan debate, right? And when I was saying that Havertz should be in that midfield, right, in the combined 11, they were laughing at me, the Liverpool fans. And they don't realise how good this guy's been over the past sort of 6-7 weeks.
Yeah, for me, they've got people like McAllister, and they've got players like that are very good. But I mean, Kai Havertz in the last couple of months he's been good. He's stepped up. He's actually stepped up. Like me, I've got 4 brothers that are all Arsenal fans. And we all have big debates. It's like a massive Royal Rumble in the house. It's like Arteta out, it's Arteta in, it's Tomiyasu in, Zinchenko. It's wild. Like every match game is a bit like a watch along. Everyone's down, everyone's watching.
Yeah.
It's wild. That. But like for me, like this year, like I've been a politician. Before Arteta joined, I've been like a politician. Just been like, it is what it is. Our time will come around the corner. But at the moment, I've just got my chest out. I'm ready for it. I think it's back to the old days where I can actually just talk about Arsenal with pride. These are the main fans. And I've got I'm a part of a disabled football club in my area. And there's all different fans and stuff like that. And there's one Liverpool fan that comes along and he just talks the most nonsense. Yeah? And I've got the biggest respect for Liverpool as well. The biggest respect. Like I love Steven Gerrard. I love people like that. I think Liverpool are a great club, but Arsenal are back.
We gotta go there. You know what? We gotta go to one of these places and turn a team over. Last year we did it at Tottenham. We had a big hoodoo at Tottenham. We went there and won. I want to see us go and do it at Anfield, man. I would love to see this team go there and get the job done there.
Sorry, just quickly. I'm sorry to jump in on you there as well. Like, how are you feeling? Because you spoke about, you want to get your chest out and Arsenal must. But and I know Klopp's trying to get his fans to cheer them up, but I feel like Arsenal fans are quietly confident for this game. As much as it is Anfield, I think deep down we believe, we can go on and get a result at Anfield. Is that how you're feeling? Because that's how I feel. I'll be honest, I'm trying not to be too confident because, can never get overly confident, but I am quietly confident. Are you feeling that sort of feeling as well?
I think for me it's time to be a fan.
Yeah.
Like for years I haven't been a fan. I've been stressed watching Arsenal. This year I can actually enjoy. And I can look at Arsenal and say, yeah, we've got something. We can do something here. I think if I didn't come and support Arsenal at this stage and say, like, listen, we can do it, I don't feel like I'm a fan. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that to everyone else. Everyone else can be nervous, and I understand. But I think that this year I feel like it's my time to step up and support my team, because the years I've been to protest. I've seen Cecil about around those areas as well. And
I recognise you when you popped up there. I realised, yeah.
And I've seen a few people here and there, and I've been adamantly against what's been going on in Arsenal for years. But now I can say, you know what, I'm going to put that to one side and say they're doing everything that I want. They've got every player that I look at Arsenal now, I can say I like them.
I
support them.
I love
I mean, that's all I've asked.
Yeah.
That's all I've asked for.
Yeah.
No, that's a great point. Give us your prediction for the game then tomorrow before you go.
3-1.
3-1. Like that, if that comes through, man. Oh, Merry Christmas.
Hopefully a 3-0 and then they get maybe one late one just for consolation. That would be amazing.
Listen, thanks very much for coming on, man. Have a great Christmas.
Big up, man.
Appreciate it.
See you later, guys.
Appreciate you, man.
I really like that, you know, because
3-1 on the arm.
I like how he was talking then though as well, and I was just thinking, because when I was driving in today, 3-1 would be amazing.
Jesus.
Be a nice 3-0.
3-1, inshallah.
Pray to everything. Bless us.
Jah.
The real Jah. This Christmas time, but
I need 3-1.
I was just thinking, Rob, on the way in, imagine being a young Arsenal fan now, like going into school, being able to get your because even around when I was in school, like Chelsea were kind of going through the era where they were dominate, but now, thanks to Arteta and obviously the higher ups, like you can, you can have your chest. It's a good feeling. I liked listening to what you were saying there. Like you can start really like believing again, and it's nice. You don't go for Anfield and feel.
And we're going to Anfield now. Let's have it right. Whatever the result is, we're going to Anfield, right? And there's a fear. I'm not saying they're, scared, right? They're not scared because, Liverpool, we respect them. They're a big club.
Of course.
But there's a fear there. They know that if they're not on it, they'll lose that game.
100%.
Right? And over the last sort of, apart from last years gone by, they're looking on us like light work.
Yeah.
They no longer look on us like light work. They know tomorrow that this is, and that is why Klopp is there trying to get the crowd and everybody behind it, because he knows the difficulties he faces in this game. That is what it's all about.
100%.
Have we got another caller?
I believe there's.
We've got the guys we do.
Hey, boys,
kid. How are you?
How are you, kid? You good?
Oh, good. Nervous.
Oh, so you're okay.
What's you nervous about?
Well, I've got 3 people in my family who are Liverpool fans.
Oh, wow.
So are you the only Arsenal fan then?
I'm an Arsenal fan. My dad's an Everton fan, and then there's 3 Liverpool fans.
Blimey.
Wow, that is that is some vibes in that house, man. I'll tell you that. How do we win this game tomorrow?
Taking our chances.
Right.
That's the first thing I would say. I think in recent weeks we've had the chances, and against Liverpool, you need to take your chances.
Yeah.
I think we can't be sloppy up front, because Liverpool will bring the game to us, especially at home. You've got the fans, and looking at the next month and a bit, you've got us playing Liverpool 3 times.
3 times, yeah, in the next year.
And the best thing for us, obviously, into the 2 games coming home, is grabbing something at Anfield. And obviously, in our history of playing against Liverpool, we haven't been great enough. Obviously, last season's a perfect example, because obviously Xhaka and the Trent incident.
Yep.
Liverpool grew the confidence and got into the game, and because of Ramsdale, pretty much we escaped with the point, because if he didn't make those clear 100%. Saves, we could have been punished.
Are you more nervous this season or last season? Because you said you're nervous. Was you? Yeah.
I would say.
How does it compare?
This season, just because Liverpool look stronger than they were last season.
Yeah.
I think their midfield looks a bit more solid than it has been.
Really? Okay.
But I do think we'll get the results in the end. I think if we play to our strengths and we make a fast start, especially, I think we can win the game easily.
We have to play our best game. We have to play. I think we saw a perfect example during the week that if you go to Anfield and you're passive and you stand off players, they got so much quality they'll hurt you. West Ham basically went there half-hearted, stood off players. You stand off players like Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, these sort of guys, they'll run riot. They're top quality players. But if you deny them space, if you work hard, you do all the ugly stuff, and then you impose some of our quality on them, that is where we can get joy in the game. So it's going to have to be a disciplined performance by Arsenal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
United went there last week. We know they parked the bus, but they were very disciplined. And that was why Liverpool found it really difficult to break them down, because I don't think they're as free-flowing this season as they've been.
No, they haven't been. And as you said, a perfect example. Like, if we had played Liverpool the way they played last week, we would have walked over them, I think. Because United, the difference was they sat back for 90 minutes and Liverpool didn't take their chances. Tomorrow's going to be such a different game, where it's going to be probably end-to-end for 90 minutes.
All right. Well, listen. Thank you very much for your call. Appreciate it, man.
No worries.
Appreciate it, man.
Score
Hopefully,
prediction.
in your house tomorrow, you're gonna be the Don.
Yes.
You're gonna be the king of that house,
Well,
man.
I'm
You know what I
hoping
mean?
you guys. I hope we win just for you to cheer in front of AGT's face.
Oh, that's
man,
what I'm praying for. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, man. Thank you very much.
Take care. We've got two more callers.
By the way, we've got 2 more callers we're going to get on. Just to remind everybody that we're going to be covering that game here on AFTV, of course. Me and Cecil, we're going to be at the game speaking to fans before and after the game, and of course in the studio. If you want to get your call in, make sure you jump onto the full-time show. That is a show where wherever you are in the UK or around the world, you can come on just like you see people coming on today and let us know what you made of the performance. And hopefully it's a performance that puts us top of the league at Christmas. Let's get another caller up.
Last 2. Who we got?
We've got Marco.
Last 2.
How you doing, Marco?
How you doing? Yeah, not bad. Just sitting at home working.
Confidence there,
Big fan of you
confidence for
guys. So nice to speak to you.
No, nice to speak to you, man. How are you feeling about tomorrow?
Do you know what? Just a couple of things. I think, I don't really usually listen to the pundits often because I think they talk a load of rubbish. But what I will say is listening to a lot of the things they've said, especially a lot of the Havertz stick that's been out there for a while. And I'm going to be honest, I wasn't his biggest fan when he was at Chelsea. My auntie's a huge Chelsea fan and I always used to wind her up. But I will say, since he's been at Arsenal, he's been quite sensational, I think, especially since the day he came. A lot of my mates were saying, oh, he's not this, he's not that. But to be honest, defensively, he's been brilliant. I think if you look at the way he's recovered the ball, he's got a lot of fight and a lot of grit. If you look at the way in which lately in the last couple of months, as a lot of people have said, he's stepped up on the offensive side of things. He's done really well. And I see Troops and others say that they're not really convinced still sometimes, but for me, I think he's really stepped up. And I think on that left side, he can really unlock Martinelli as time goes on and he sets in a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm still not fully convinced, but I think he's been here. He has been, I can put my hands up and say he's been very good recently.
Very good, very good.
He's climbing these numbers as well.
None of the Liverpool fans are convinced. They're all kind of sleeping on him.
I like that.
And he could be that player
that unlocks,
that sort of really surprises everybody tomorrow because, not surprise us because we've seen it now over the past 6 weeks or so, the way he's been playing. But I think he could have that surprise factor in the game. You know what I mean? Remember, he didn't play in this last year, but he's a big game player. We're not talking about a guy. He's used to playing in these type of fixtures. He's used to playing in big games, and he scored very important goals for us recently. Now we're going to have to defend much better than we did in some of the other games away, like we did at. Well, listen, we were so unlucky at Newcastle, weren't we? Yeah. But it was again a rare mistake that led to that. We've got to cut that out. We cannot afford to do that against Liverpool. But if we do, we can have joy. Give us your prediction.
Yeah, Marco, what are you saying?
I'm thinking 2-0, 2-1. And I think Odegaard will have a massive part to play. I think we're going to see the best from him again. I'm a huge Odegaard fan.
Me too.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Is this the season, before you go, Marco, is this the season for Arsenal to do it? If we beat Liverpool?
Oh, putting me on the spot. Do you know what? I was really hesitant last year to say it. But I do think if there is a year, this year will be the year.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Marco.
Marco.
Appreciate it, man. Have a good Christmas.
One familiar face left.
Yeah.
I believe it's Elliot.
Elliot, how you doing, man? Back home now, yeah?
Back home, indeed, Robbie. Cecil, how are you gentlemen doing?
Good,
I'm very well. Apologies, I didn't get back to you.
Shame that you couldn't be at Anfield tomorrow.
Yeah.
With us, but
it's a shame.
Huge game.
Yeah, it is a big game. It's a big game. But you know what? The theme of my call today is we're not here to take part. We're here to take over.
Oh, it's a good energy. I like the energy there.
It's the time now to assert our authority in this league, and it starts at Anfield. We've been very unlucky / very bad at Anfield the last 10 years. 10, 11 years since our last victory at Anfield. And
shocking.
Despite our shortcoming at left back, need not say more, I think we have the better side on the day. And if we nullify our mistakes at that side of the pitch, I think we can win this game. I think it's our time.
I think that's facts. I think that's facts what Elliot's talking. We got a better team.
Yeah.
I don't care what no Liverpool fan says. Player for player, I feel Arsenal have a better team than Liverpool right
agree.
now. In seasons gone by, we go up there, they've had a better team by miles. Right? Last season when we went up there, my confidence, I was saying this to Cecil earlier, my confidence came from the fact that I'm like, yeah, we got a better team than these guys.
Yeah.
And if we turn up and they turn up, we'll win. And we nearly did it.
Nearly.
Right? And we should have done it. I am hoping that we've learnt from that experience last year and that this is the takeover, as Elliot says.
Yeah, it's time for the takeover, gentlemen. It's time for the takeover. We can't be sitting back. We can't be sitting last. We can't be sitting without confidence. We have the team necessary to win. We have the tools necessary to win. I think our midfield's better. I think our attack is better, even though Liverpool have their thing. The only thing they say on their side is Anfield. Oh, this is Anfield. Oh, you can't win at Anfield. Sorry, we shook off those shackles last year. It's just for us to realize that the shackles are off. We're off the leash, and we're hungry, and it's time to attack. It's time to eat.
Some would argue that they've got Alisson, who's a goalkeeper that can win them games. Some would argue Mohamed Salah is the difference for them. And also, you say it's time to take over. I mean, Villa are still in the race, so we still go to City. So I want that. Listen, this energy.
What he's trying to say, and which I agree with, this is an important moment.
Okay.
If Arsenal can go to Anfield, where no one's been there and won this season.
That's true. That's very true.
If Arsenal can go there and win, I feel for this for this side, it's a huge step. It gives you confidence that says we go anywhere and win. We're not scared of anyone. And then it also, what it does, it puts a bit of fear into all the other teams you're going to, where they're saying they won at Anfield.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've got to do it, man.
Yeah. Elliot, what score are you saying then? Where are you at then?
Prediction.
Yeah, where are you at?
Listen, I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. I say it's going to be a 2-1. There are going to be goals in this match because of that left back deficiency. I think that's where I think they're going to get their goal. I'd be very surprised to get anywhere else. But yeah, we're gonna win this match. It's going to be 2-1. I'm very, very confident of what we're going to do tomorrow. I think Havertz is going to get our winning goal. I'm that confident. I am that confident. Robert, you and I had it out about Havertz, and you called me out on Havertz. So I'm calling Havertz. And I'm asking him to please nullify all the naysayers and say, you know what, get us a winning goal then. Be Robert Pires reincarnated. Get that winning goal that will inspire a generation. And let's get this done, man. It's time. It's bloody time that we go out there, chest forward, shoulders back, and say, hey, we're the boss of this league now. You sit down.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, Elliot, thank you very much, as always, man. Have a great Christmas if we don't talk to you.
Yeah.
And Merry Christmas, gentlemen, Merry Christmas. Always. And I'll be back before you know it in London.
Yeah, look forward to seeing you, man. Look forward to seeing you. Always bring the vibes, man.
Merry Christmas.
Big up to Elliot. That's been brilliant today, man. So many callers on. Big up to everybody who's got involved.
I do want to say so. I want to say, just quickly before we wrap up this show, just imagine, and this is a big ask, but just... I'm believing it's not going to happen, but imagine if we beat Liverpool at their place 5-0. A crazy scoreline, I know, Roy, but just put it in your mind of how. No, but listen, I want to leave on this because we all predicted. I know. Or 4-5. I want to see just imagine a shock result. We never really do these when we do predictions. We always think, and it's the Premier League. It doesn't always happen.
I think I can predict we're not winning 5-0.
I know, but just imagine what would happen. The message that sends through. I don't know. People are talking.
The message that any victory sends through at Anfield, whether it be 5-0, whether it be 1-0, whether it be 2-1, the message and the confidence it gives. It's like when we beat Man City this year. To me, that's a big win because we always lose to them.
It's true.
And we beat them, and even though it's 1-0, we beat them.
But a humiliating performance,
and also we deserve...
Imagine a humiliation. I know it's a big ask.
It doesn't have to be humiliation because, you know what? Sometimes it's not about humiliations. It's about, can you do it, and then can you do it again? And we got Liverpool coming up quite a few times over the next couple of months.
Yeah, another
but for
2 times.
Doesn't have to be 5-0. I don't care if it's 1-0. Could be 1.5-0 tomorrow. I don't care. I just want to go to Anfield and get the W. Yeah. It's not even for me. I'm not even business about being top of the league. Even if Villa was still top, well, they couldn't be if we won.
If we won, they couldn't. Yeah.
It's not about top of the league for me. It's about going to Anfield and getting a win. That is the most important thing, and I hope that this team can do it. We've got players to do it. We're good enough to do it. At the moment, you know, the squad is fit. Let's hope there's no illnesses or nothing like that.
Amen.
We've seen within our camp how many people have been going down sick.
It's a great point.
Let's go there, get the win tomorrow. Listen, guys, thank you very much for joining in on FanZone today. Once again, let me just remind you, tomorrow we're going to be all over the game. We're going to be up there. Me and Cecil, we're travelling up there from early, right? So we're going to be up at Anfield. We're also going to be here in the studio doing a watch-along, and we're going to be doing a full-time show afterwards. And we'd love for you guys to be involved. You can come on and have your very own fan cam, wherever you are in the world, speaking straight after the game on the full-time show. And if we don't catch you before then, have yourself a really Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thanks for watching AFTV.